Evening, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Josh here, not for PokeJacks. So today I want to talk about Emerald Storm. So saw the Secret Rares release, and we're gonna go through it courtesy of Poke Beach. So I I just can't see myself buying boxes right now to sell. The price range is almost as much as an English booster box, which to me is a little high for Japanese. Now I get it. This is a recall, as I said, probably has some hype. I think maybe it's too hype. There's a few cards that are in this set, and we're gonna go through them that I personally like, but as a whole, I think it's a hit. I mean, excuse me, it's a hit and a miss. You got, and I mean by that is you got maybe 3, 4 good cards, maybe, and really like they're the art rares, not the SARs. So, but we're gonna go through the list. It's just my opinion. I just Japanese. I've kind of slowed down on it. I haven't just is the price just doesn't make sense, and to get it to y'all, it's going to be pretty dang expensive. But we're gonna go roll through the Emerald Storm list. So I do like the Growlithe and the Magnetar. I think those are pretty awesome looking cars. The Krygon, it looks pretty good. And I know these aren't the best pictures when they come up, but I like the art on that one. The Groudon also, it looks pretty solid. And we'll scroll on down here. These are some of the other art rares that are in this set. See, it's just I'm not feeling it. It's just I don't know. I just don't think me buying any booster boxes for 107. Well, I'm gonna ballpark. Let's say between 160 and $180, give or take. It makes much sense with this set. I mean, there's some good looking cards, but this is nothing that's like popping out at me that says, "Hey, buy me." Now the Rayquaza SAR looks great, and then go Rayquaza. It's not terrible. We'll click on it real quick. It doesn't look terrible. That's the Mega Ultra Rare and the SAR Rayquaza. Let's see if it'll pop up. Loading screen. Now that, out of the whole set, that's your card, in my opinion. Like, it looks awesome. The art looks great. That's your secret art rare. But in my opinion, like I said, there's like maybe a couple good cards, but literally you're buying, a 160 to $180 box for the hope of one chase. And you know what? And you can kind of relate that back to Phantasmal Flames in Inferno X. Everybody was chasing the Charizard, and you look at the Japanese price for the booster box, and it's way up there too. So this could be just the this like Phantasmal Flames, the Charizard. It's the Charizard set. That's it. And this Mega Rayquaza is just the Mega Rayquaza set. This is just kind of how it kind of looks and the feels of what I'm seeing being released. But yeah, I just right now I just can't see myself getting it. Maybe I'm gonna probably wait 2 weeks, and any of my customers that are watching, I would highly recommend waiting 2 weeks. It's just let the set cool down a little bit, let the price cool down a little bit, and then start purchasing boxes, because trying to get it right now off the rip, releases this Friday in Japan. That price tag just seems a little too high for me. And if it's a little too high for me, so like I said, if I have to buy it at 160 or 170, that means I have to sell it for about 180 plus shipping to make a small margin, which that's more than a English booster box already. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, especially since this is Japanese. Like I said, this is a Rayquaza set. That's probably why, it is so high, but I just can't see it. It doesn't make sense to me. The other secret art rares are just not. I don't feel it. Really, the art rares look great. But all your SARs besides your Rayquaza, just to me seem lackluster. For $170 booster box. So I'm gonna wait and for the business, and see where the price goes down to. If I have customers that are still willing to wait, I'll probably get it. It's just I gotta wait for that price to go down because that's just high. The volatility in Japanese is crazy too. 1 minute it might be 190 market and it'll drop real quick to 150 market. It's weird. Like even trying to get, I'll even use Mega Dream. Even trying to get some Mega Dream at this point in time, when you actually get it with the tariff, and hey, the tariff is going up. It went from 10% to 12.5%. So, and the admin fee goes with it. You're already above market price, and I just don't think many people were going to purchase a booster box from Japan that's already over market. Now, for streamers, this might be a great set. They can get it quick and get it out quick. But for a business owner like myself, I just don't foresee it because I don't break packs down and open them. For a streamer, rip and stripper, that's probably the best avenue for them. I will tell you something that's gone really well for me. Let me reach over here. Recently, it's Cookie Run. I can't believe how many cases I went through on release with Cookie Run. So I actually got more on the way. Surprisingly, I mean, I make $1, maybe $2 a box, which, hey, that's fine. I'm not losing money. The goal, build, spin, build, spin, build, spin. Why? Because that gets you more Pokemon and allocations. So I just continue to work on building spin that makes sense, that I don't lose a lot of money. Or if I do, excuse me, if I do make money, it's a very small margin, but it goes right back into the business to buying more Cookie Run or buying other TCGs. Also got some more Warhammer on the way that actually went really pretty well for me. So, I'm opening up all the different avenues. The Chasing Glory that I received, it sold out pretty fast. So I was actually more surprised with the Chasing Glory than the Prismatic the Chinese version. Chasing Glory did extremely well for me. I'll probably end up picking up some more. It's just, Japanese is just too volatile for me right now. Chinese is pretty good. It's, lower price. It's fun to open. It keeps people interested. Japanese, I just don't see $180, $190 price tag. A lot of folks have an appetite for that right now. That's just my opinion. I could be way off. I can't speak for Japanese sometimes. It does blow me away how things work with it. Trassel Festival is a great example, the Japanese prismatic. But I don't know. It's just, this is a Rayquaza or Mist set, and I just can't do the 180. But other than that, that's all I got today. I just kind of wanted to go through this, in my opinion, on, the Rayquaza set and, why I just don't, I'm going to wait those 2 weeks and see what happens, and then I'll get some, and, the price makes sense. It's just making sure the price makes sense for the customer, because it costs a lot of money to bring you here, and what I don't want is to get a lot of boxes and nobody wants it because the price tag's too high, and then the price drops, and then I end up losing a lot of money, which makes no sense. So, like I said, I'm typically going to wait that 2 week time frame, see if it cools down. Customers, if you can wait, awesome. If you can't, I completely understand. Just personally for me, I just can't see myself buying something that's going to cost, like I said, between 160 and 180, and then have to put a $10 price tag and shipping on it. It just doesn't make sense. It's almost as much as the English booster box. So, at MSRP. But other than that, that's all I got. I wish you all the best on this hump day. 904 out.